Have you ever wanted to be noticed so badly?
Hi, Mom. You wanna hang out tonight? Oh.
You didn't even care what it was for?
What are you?
I'm a writer. I'm looking to develop my work by traveling. Going to Paris for it. Hey, Mom! I got invited to a writer's retreat in Paris. Yes, really.
Starting my morning right. Now where's my baguette?
A string of terrorist attacks struck Paris this morning, leaving dozens dead and many more injured.
Flight 2677 now arriving.
Danni, she's okay.
We are here with the girl of the moment. You've been blowing up our Insta feed. Speaking of bombings.
Really glad you're not dead.
Me too.
Isn't she so strong, everybody? Oh my God, you're the girl from the Paris attacks.
Let's not forget the signature red beret.
Hi, I'm Danni. Rowan, welcome to group.
We're all survivors here. Do you want to share?
Oh. If you're not okay, that's okay. The internet likes to turn victims into villains. Oh no, doesn't seem to be happening to me.
You should be prepared if it does. We need to talk.
Be careful what you wish for.
Danni Sanders wants to be recognized. In a desperate attempt to gain attention from both her colleagues and crush, she fakes an exciting writer's retreat in France. Soon after, a terrorist attack is made on the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, and Danni is dug deeper into her lie. Not Okay follows Danni's most ambitious writing project yet, playing the part as a survivor of terrorism and the spiraling consequences of her actions. The movie was written and directed by Quinn Shepard, with stars Zoe Deutsch, Mia Isaac, and Dylan O'Brien bringing life to the story. Danni, portrayed by Deutsch, is an aspiring journalist who severely lacks friends and social awareness. She oversteps boundaries at her workplace and weaves a string of dishonest actions all throughout the movie. Following the event in Paris, she enters a trauma support group. Here, she meets and befriends Rowan, the sister of a school shooting victim and a prominent leader of the gun control movement. The two soon build a false connection, leading Rowan to open up her world to Danni. With the use of her platform, she helped boost the protagonist's social media engagement and even brought Danni along with her to a protest towards the end of the film. It is details like these that emphasize Danni's carelessness while highlighting Rowan's empathy towards the former's supposed situation. Rowan exemplifies courage and commitment in her efforts for social-political change. After the truth is revealed, she also practices strength in distancing herself away from her relationship with Danni as a whole. Some critics have said that Rowan made for a much more compelling main character than Danni, with her story invoking much more authenticity and providing an avenue to meaningfully discuss the issue on gun bans. Many of the reviews I have seen also find that the movie, though satirical in nature, dealt with the topics of internet culture, political reform, and trauma half-heartedly. I personally enjoyed the movie as a social commentary. From the recent fashion trends worn by the characters, down to the ever-familiar influencer culture the story revolves around, I could certainly see reflections of today's society in the film. In reference to the criticisms, I think it's important to note that we are viewers through the lens of Danni Sanders. To say that the film did a disservice to the complex stories it portrayed would be unfair in my opinion. Instead, I believe the missed opportunities and seemingly shallow focus points could be attributed to Danni's ignorance to reality and of her own privilege. We see her display this in how often she fell back on her parents' stability throughout the film, in how she accessorized trauma to boost her public persona, and especially in her approach to her relationship with Rowan. The movie opens with a disclaimer, warning audiences that Danni Sanders is an unlikable female character, and she didn't fall short in this regard. I actually think the film took an interesting route by leaving Danni's redemption up in the air. Women do not always have to be likable, but it does seem expected. Danni certainly seemed to agree in her constant search for belonging. But after the truth of her actions is revealed, the protagonist poses much more important concerns, questioning, do I like myself? Have I learned anything? In a world where our place in society can be measured in likes and followers, it's natural for some of us to seek validation from other people. We can often be so determined to be liked that we forget to recognize true love when it presents itself and the opportunities to reciprocate it. Not Okay highlights social media as a tool for building communities and the dangers of seeking human connection when our ideas of it are misguided. Overall, I think the movie was pretty good. I hope it reminds us of how powerful our online platforms can be and how we should choose to use them responsibly. Especially in relation to this course, may we always be discerning producers, consumers, and even bystanders in the digital world, because doing otherwise is totally not okay. Here are my references, and thank you for listening.